Hello everybody, welcome back to some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So I had another dream today, and I'm only going to be posting these when I have dreams. So, I think that I'm gonna not read the story, because a lot of people, like, if you guys want to listen to this, want to watch, I don't know what you guys want, right? If you want me to read what's going on screen, I'll gladly do that. But I'm gonna relay my dreams first, right? So I think the story starts in a bazaar. Right, so I'm walking down, and basically, like, you know how, like, Italy has, like, I think they have some, like, I can only name it as a bazaar. I'm walking down a long, like, what is the word that I'm looking for? It's not a basin. It's not a river either. It's like, you know how in Italy, like, where they go along with the gondolas and everything, you know? It's kind of like that, right? So, like, where the gondolas go are off to my right, and then the bazaar is off to my left. There's a long, thin hallway with a cover over it, and it doesn't say anything. Right? There's nothing said. And I'm walking down this hallway, I'm looking through the bazaar, and I guess you could say, like, in the middle of the dream, I get a psychic thing, right? Like, somebody's like, hey, you know, you gotta hunt this guy down, as I'm walking by him, right? But then, right, as I walk past him, already have missed the chance, I end up, I take a few more steps by him, and I think what happened is, like, the loop started over, right? So I ended up back at the start where I'm walking down the path again. But this time I'm a waiter. I have what's it called? I have an apron on, I have some food, right? And so I'm like, here's your drink, monsieur, or whatever, you know? Of course, this is in Italy, you're not supposed to say monsieur. I'm pretty sure that's French? Maybe? I think so. And so after I give him the thing, I guess that's what I killed him with, because before I went to sleep, right, they were talking about a movie. I was watching something that was talking about a movie, and how when you go to sleep, or this guy is caught in a time loop, and the universe basically wants him to learn something before he continues on with his life, right? But he has to do it on this day. So every time that he fails to realize the lesson, he restarts the day, right? So, I know, it's kind of weird. I'm assassinating somebody! Yeah, I promise I'm not a psychopath, right? But, so, in the dream, the first time going through, I receive the psychic message, and it's like, hey, guess what? You gotta assassinate this guy. Go past him, day starts all over, and then I walk past him again, kills him with, let's say that I killed him with the tea, right? Because after I had served him and walked by, I ended up somewhere else, right? And it was like a Matrix to Hellboy type of deal, right? So basically what had happened was, after I walk past him, the scenery completely changes. I don't know where it went, what happened or anything. I didn't even question it when I ended up there. But they tell you take this pill, right? And as I'm taking the pill, they're locking me in a it's not like a sewage thing, but it's just it's like a basin of some kind, but it's I don't want to say it's a sewer because the water wasn't nasty or anything, you know what I mean? So when they lock me in this thing, I eat the thing, and from a third person perspective, I start watching myself, like as if there were like two of me, but I'm watching it from both perspectives, right? And like after I take it, my body starts to change, right? And my body like literally separates itself from me and the thing that I'm trying to become, so that way I can breathe water, right? So I'm basically becoming Simeon from Hellboy, right? And he was crazy looking too. It's like after I took it, it took a minute, right? I'm looking through the porthole, and then the next second, hold on, let me see. I'm just gonna name him Simeon. Is that how you spell Simeon? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. So excuse me. Banana burps are weird. Alright, So basically, like, as I take it, I'm watching myself. I don't even know if it was myself. It looked like somebody completely different, now that I think about it. Like, his hair was completely different. It kind of came up, like, as if, not Astro Boy. Who am I thinking of? I don't think it was me, now that I think about it. And I want to read this really bad because like this is part of the story, but I'm gonna go ahead and like try to remember what exactly, like, okay, if you've seen is it Miraculous Ladybug or something? I think it's that. There's like a bully or something in there, and I've only seen clips of it, so I don't really know a humongous amount of Miraculous Butterfly. So there's a bully in there, and his hair kind of points upward, right, in the front, like combed forward from like the middle of the back, or whatever you would consider the middle of the back, combed forward and up from the front, right? Everything is nice and tight around, as if he's wearing gel. And he's literally separating, like almost fighting the pill to be able to become a Simeon, right? So like he is separating from himself and the evolution that he is meant to become, right? And it's almost like gooey, right? So like as you're separating, like, you know how like when you put like glue in between your fingers, it's kind of like that, right? It looks like somebody's pulling two people apart, and then like it kind of just goes, you know, it just kind of sucks together, and then at that point, from that moment on, I am now Simeon and the guy that I was just looking at, right? So me and him go all the way down the chamber into, like, I play way too many video games. I just want to mention that right now. But so they have us. We're already breathing water. They send us down the chute. I'm gonna call it a chute. and it's like just like a water slide from that point on. And then we end up in a lobby, right? And I look around. I am now Simeon. I look at my hands, and it's like webby and stuff, right? But then when I'm in the lobby, I have a choice, right? I can either be the fishman, Simeon, or I can just be Lucio. And I didn't even look at the other options. I don't remember the other options. It was just Simeon and Lucio. I was like, I'm picking Lucio. Let's go, right? So after that, completely first-person Lucio, by the way, like as if you're looking at the game, but what's it called? This one's gonna be very short, by the way. But like first-person Lucio, like it looks like as if it's in the game, right? My hands are out, the gun is here, and all that, and then I think I just kind of wake up. But I feel like there was so much before the whole, what's it called? Before the whole, man, what is it called? Before the whole bizarre thing. I feel like there was a lot more. Like, there was like a small training session. I could get creative, just in case if anybody wants to draw it. I don't know, though. I don't know if I really want to. That shit was weird, though, watching that dude. Like, it was super weird being from, like, third person to first person Simeon. Right? It was really interesting. And it looked dead ass like him. But I forget to mention that the gills, by the way, they're not like normal gills. If you've ever seen a barnacle, it kind of looked like that. It looked like I had 3 barnacles, one in the front, like right underneath my neck, and 2 on the sides, right? And it was super weird to feel, bro, because it was like having 3 mouths on my neck. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was pretty weird. I probably should have read it. If I had read it, give me one second. So if I had read it, it probably would have made like a little bit more sense. Also, I'm surprised that this game didn't implement the fact that you get more than just this from the mailbox. Like, what was the point of this? Tell me. I want to know the developers' thoughts, honestly. Because that shit was weird, bro. But regardless, that whole scene, like, basically it was like the start of Kingsman, right? Like, taking the pill was the, what's it called? Taking the pill was like the test, and then afterward was just to see if you'd survive. Right? So like in Kingsman, spoiler alert, because this happens at like pretty much like maybe probably a half an hour to 45 minutes into the movie. I don't know. It's probably less than 30 minutes into the movie. Me trying to remember this. Impossible. Super surprised I beat that. But yeah, no, in Kingsman, right? And they had the main agent go through a process of trying to learn as to whether or not they were worth teaching or whatever, right? And the thing was that you're being put into a chamber with like, I think 8 to 10 people, and these 8 to 10 people also are all trained, by the way, actively trained, right? And freaking, actually I should probably take that. But yeah, they're actively trained, and they know what they're doing, right? And then there's you. Like, let's say like you put yourself into the position of the main agent, or like he didn't know what the fuck to do. He didn't know what was going on. He just knew he had to survive. He looked. The water, the room starts to fill with water from the bottom to the top. Alright, and all the main agents that are trained and understand that there's like a little bit of bubbles like underneath in the toilet. So basically you're inhaling ass air, right? So in that little scene, right, as everybody's doing their thing, they're watching, I can't even remember the name of the main character, but they're watching him as he swims across to the glass on the other side, right? And he realizes that, like, because he's been arrested and everything, that it's two-sided, or I don't remember what it's called, but it's whatever the police use to make sure that the people that are, is it giving witness? No, it's like, or no, when people are pointing out the witness, right? I should have read it. When people are pointing out the witness, the criminals don't know who it is, right? And it was super interesting. I loved watching every bit of Kingsman. It was a good movie. It was an excellent movie, actually. Like it was almost to me a masterpiece, you know. And it really was, right? But yeah, he ends up going. I don't even remember what he grabbed onto. I think he might have grabbed onto the sink, and then he starts punching the glass, and then eventually he releases everybody at the same time. And by definition, he had, like, if he was a little quicker, he would have been able to save the one agent that died in Kingsman, right? Which was like, cause like that was a test. He was like, you were also supposed to make sure that your teammates don't die, right? And then they look back, and there's just the one guy just chilling on the floor, completely normalized as of the thing, you know. And I thought it was super interesting, right? But I don't know, like, in my head, I don't know where my brain was with the whole take the red pill. Like, I think I was actually I think that might have been two people, actually. Like, he was like a whole separate person, and I had no idea, right? All I know is that from my perspective is that it was third person when he ate the pill and started evolving. I wasn't scared at all. I was just watching the guy do his thing. I was like, whoa, this is freaky as fuck, dude. It's weird, right? Oh, the dogs are having a time downstairs. It was very odd, though. It was mainly in very dark essence, I can say. Man, that's all it took to kill you? Damn. But yeah. It was a pretty cool dream. It wasn't too scary. It wasn't like a nightmarish type of deal or anything. But that red pill is like super prominent in my head right now. But yeah, I ended up taking it, and I looked to my right, and it's just the fish man and the dude just completely separating. Who was of decent build, by the way. He was fit, and like if anybody wants to draw it, I don't know if anybody will. It'd be interesting to see it drawn. Me personally, I don't know if I could draw it. Right? Like, it would take years of practice for me. Cause I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. It was mainly Pokemon that I drew, but regardless, it's like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Give a new member join the team. Give it a nickname. Sure. The lid. Lid. I'm gonna name you Lid. Do exactly as I do. Do exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the dream. It wasn't super exciting or anything. I think they ended up giving me weapons too, but I'm not 100% sure. I just played this game way too much. It's not like, oh dude, you're no way, you're a psychic. It's like, no, I remember as a kid, I used to play this so much because I wasn't a heavy like strategist as a kid, but when I grew up, I was a little bit more of that, right? And so, what's it called? So I ended up dying a lot in these games. So much so that I actually remembered the maps. And when I grew up and I was able to like receive these ROMs right here, when I grew up and received these ROMs, I was like, well, to be fair, that makes sense why I remember so much of these, right? Because like, it's just how it is, you know. You repeat it so many times that you just remember how it went, you know. All things considered, though, the dream was pretty cool. That last one was freaky as hell, bro. Watching those people, like, just like it reminded me of those things. It was kind of cool just separating from Simeon, and then like afterward, like I became Simeon for a brief second, and then like after that, I had a choice. I can either be Lucio or be Simeon. Like it felt like one of those tests again. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, well I can stay Simeon or I can be Lucio. And then I was just like, let me click on Lucio. And then bam, was Lucio. And I was like, alright, cool. I'm staying as Lucio then. Alright. And I'm a good Lucio, man. I realized that after like after you have a team, right? And you after you get a team in Overwatch, and then you start playing with them, and everybody's like at a pretty mid level, all things considered, right? So like we have one person I think in Diamond, one person in Gold, and then have to get up to the guy in Diamond or whatever. Alright. I'm gonna read this. Oh wait, hold on. How am I gonna do this voice right now? Am I just gonna give him an accent, or do I just want to make another voice? I don't even know what Gengar sounds like. So I just ran through Detective Pikachu. He actually does kind of sound like the voice I had originally given him, which, if I'm being honest, is not worthy of Gengar, but I'm sorry. Who to run a rescue team from a dump like this? Unbelievable. Who are you people? I don't know what Medicham is. So, I think it's super weird that Medicham's voice is this high, but let's do this. Ow! Hold on. He's a little higher than that. Well, this might wreck me. This might wreck my ass. Alright.
Oh, over there, a mailbox. Yeah, check it out.
Now, wait a second. What do you think you're doing?
Yes. Rescue job offers. Ooh la la. Isn't that rather tasty? We'll have them all.
He starts laughing harder.
Stop! Those are meant for us. Don't butt in.
It's about the peace for Pikachu. That's what we fight for out
here. Doesn't matter who does it. We're a rescue team too, we'll have you know. But all we ever get up to is no good. Wanna know how it works? If we have the cover of a rescue team, we can get away with so much more. We have our eyes set on world domination.
Sorry, but with a voice like that, bro.
What? World domination? Yeah, you heard right. That's why we're raking in the cash and adding it to our game. The world will be ours. The rescue team of evil, Team Meanies, is who we are. See you around.
Oh, I didn't read it.
They took off. What an unbelievable bunch. Oh no! It's empty, man! Oh, why? They took everything!
Kerplunk. We're in luck. We're in luck. Plepper delivered some mail. Not like there was anything in it anyway. We can go on rescue missions again with this. But those guys, they'd better not try anything if we see them again. Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna... Is there actually a thing in here? Okay. So this is gonna be the end of this episode. We made it to pretty much 30 minutes, which is nice. I hope to catch you in the next one, where most likely I'm going to be talking about another dream. Hopefully longer than this one, because it would have only lasted 15 minutes. I'd like to make it at least 30 to an hour. And I wish I read it at the beginning. We would have had a little bit more space, you know. Also, Metacham's voice is not what you think it is. Like, you'd think it'd be like slightly more majestic than just "Hi as fuck like this! I can't believe it! I might as well be a mouse Pokemon!" You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.